Hi, Mr. Higuera here with Teaching with a Mac. And today's lesson is on creating and sharing a folder using Google Drive. And so here I am logged into my drive in Google Drive. And you'll see that I've already got files and folders. You may or may not. That's irrelevant. On the left-hand side, you've got all your control panels, your create, upload, and your navigation tools here. And this is where we're going to begin. So if you will, locate your create button, and it's pretty easy to find. It's big in red, says create. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that now. And I'm going to create a folder that I want to share with my students and populate it with resources, worksheets, texts, images, videos, whatever I want to put in there that I want them to have access to. And you can name this folder whatever you wish. I will name it shared folder for instructional purposes. So there it is. I'm going to click create, and there you will see the folder has appeared in my Google Drive. It's called shared folder as I named it. So now the next step is I want to select the folder. So I've selected the folder here, and that opens up a new tool, a sharing settings tool right here, which says share. It's got an icon of a human and a plus sign. So I'm going to go ahead and click on share. That opens up the folder's share settings. And by default, everything is always set to private because Google assumes you want to make things private, which is good. But I can change that. So I will change it to anyone with the link. So that's what I want to do in this case. I want to make this shared folder accessible to anyone with a link. And I want it to be view only, which means that students will be able to see what's in the folder. They'll be able to download what's in the folder, but they can't change the contents of the folder, add or delete items, which is key for my purposes. So I'm going to leave that as can view. Again, anyone with the link can view, and then just save. And voila, your folder is now shared with anyone with the link. Now, here's a little bit of a tricky part. The link to share this is super long. Google Drive makes these super long URLs that are kind of difficult to share. Unless I want to share with an email or on Facebook or Twitter, then that's easy. And you can. Another option, though, is sometimes I want to write the URL on the board and tell my students, access this shared folder. And that would be easy. You just write it on the board. But this URL is super long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Google's URL shortener to do so. Now, to do that, I have to copy this URL. So I'm going to either Command-C for copy. I hover right over it, Command-C. Or I can Control-click, and that gives me the copy option. So I'll go ahead and copy the URL now. Next, I've got to go to Google's URL shortener, and that's another website. So I'm going to open up a new tab over here. You can see on a web browser you have the option to open up new tabs with this little create new tab option. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, or I can do Command-T on the Mac. Command-T will open up and create a new tab, and I am going to go to Google's URL shortener. So that website address is really simple. It's goo.gl, and there it is, Google URL shortener. So enter or return, and that takes me to Google's URL shortener, which allows me to paste my very long URL here, and I'll do that by either Command-V for paste, or I can do Control-click paste, your choice. And once I have it there, I just click on shorten URL, and voila, I now have a shortened URL that I can Command-C and copy and paste on a website or whatnot, or I can just write the URL on the board and have students access this URL, shortened URL. Another really cool feature of Google's URL shortener is that if I wish, I can click on details, and this creates a QR code that I can also share that URL with. All I have to do is project this on the board or on my LCD projector, and or I can copy, print, paste it, and put it on my wall somewhere, and students can access it that way as well. So Google's URL shortener is really cool for taking these really long URLs from shared folders and shortening them and making it more accessible to students. Now in the next video, I'll show you what it looks like on the student's end, how they access your shortened URL and add it to their Google Drive on their iPad apps. Thanks for watching.